Good evening, folks. This is a short take, and we're back on the First Amendment train again. We're talking about Ron DeSantis. Oh, I'm sorry, that's DeSantis. And the Claremont Institute, which personally I consider one of the most dangerous far-right think tanks in America today. And not only do they assault the First Amendment, but when you look at their website and you see things like defend America, defeat multiculturalism, you know what else they're talking about. So here's Dave.
Okay, so here is the actual text from the Constitution regarding the First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or of the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. I will say right now, I believe that this should be amended to say not Congress, but the American government, number one. Ron DeSantis is bypassing the Constitution, and this is how he's doing it. If you remember, Ron DeSantis dismissed Adam Warren, someone who was voted in on the basis of his job is to enforce the law, and he's said that he wasn't going to enforce the law. Laws, by the way, that weren't on the books at the time.
He's a prosecutor, right?
He's a prosecutor.
Okay.
Okay. So Mr. Warren took his case to federal court. A judge ruled that DeSantis violated the First Amendment. However, he cannot reinstate Adam Warren because this is a state matter, not a federal matter. So even though DeSantis violated the First Amendment, he still gets away with it. Do you think Ron DeSantis isn't going to do this again and again and again?
He's already removing people from school boards. Yep. Okay, because here's the crux of the problem. We have a nationwide constitution, but every state has its own constitution. That is part of the problem. That's where we come into the problem.
Any state of violating the First Amendment, that is a federal issue because you are violating federal law. This is not a states' rights issue. They are violating federal law. And if you get into this semantic nitpicking, this is how you dismantle the First Amendment and the rights of people in this country. He's already meeting with the Claremont Institute that they are designed to systematically help him on his mission. Now, Deb's already talked about it, and I'm going to expand on it next week. This is not happening just in Florida. Just like Alec, the Claremont Institute is taking everything that Ron DeSantis is doing and making cookie cutter laws or cookie cutter legislation so other legislators in other states can follow suit.
Basically, the Claremont Institute has declared that Ron DeSantis's Florida is the blueprint for other conservative states. And that doesn't just mean states that have a conservative governor. It could mean a state that has a Democratic governor, but a conservative legislature. That does happen. This is a dangerous path to fascism. Florida's already a fascist state. It's a done deal. He operates as a dictator. His legislature has been emasculated. All they are is a rubber stamp for everything he does. They don't question him. They don't push back on him. And they're primarily GOP. But he took care of using the bully pulpit to make himself the king. That's exactly what's going on in the state of Florida. And anybody who has time to look at last night's Factivist report should do so, because it's all laid out there. He has absolutely nobody pushing back on him on anywhere.
As it is stated in a couple of articles, what Ron DeSantis did with Adam Warren was a clear violation of the First Amendment. And no one should get away with this through technicalities such as this. Now, is Adam Warren going to take this further? He may, but again, we have a conservative court, so we'll see what happens.
We have a conservative court that was stacked to rubber stamp everything that the conservatives want.
Yep.
That's exactly another thing that's going on here. And again, I will say to you, if you want that to change, get your voting shoes on, because the only way that's going to happen is with a Democratic Party majority. You don't really think for a nanosecond that the Republicans are going to change the makeup of the Supreme Court after they worked that hard and cheated their way into getting it their way. Oh, no. Don't be that naive.
Right.
Don't be the person who thinks Clarence Thomas is going to quietly step down. Okay? He is not. So.
That's yet one more. When we have more, it will be coming.
Bye-bye.